Good afternoon. My name is Sue, and I am here to discuss gun control. I know that gun control is a touchy subject with some folks, but my belief is that by controlling or trying to take away um, weapons, that somehow that is going to stop gun violence. Um, I don't believe that to be true. I have not seen any statistics that anyone can show me or that anyone has proven that that is true. We have looked at states where they don't have gun control or where they do have gun control, where guns are banned. Um, Washington, D.C. for one, New York, Chicago. And we all know that those three states have some of the highest gun violence among all the other states. So, how has taken gun control and applying it to those states helped? We've seen that it has not. Assault rifles. That's a whole different topic to me. I wish there was some way that we could um, do away and get rid of all of the assault rifles. But that's realistically, that's not going to happen. We can go across the border into Mexico and get these weapons, and they can be smuggled into our country. So again, how does Congress propose that we get rid of assault rifles or handguns? How can you control that? You can't. Is my opinion. You cannot control uh, who is wanting to get their hands on a weapon and do a crime. If they want to do the crime, they're going to do it, whether it's with a gun or whether it's with a ball bat or a knife. Do we now start going around collecting all the knives, from people, because now criminals have turned to using knives. Not going to happen. Let's look at the Sandy Hook shooting. This young man killed his mother, stole her handguns, not an assault rifle, but stole her handgun that she legally had purchased. Did a background on her. She passed. She was able to get her handguns. He killed her and he stole those weapons, where he then, as we know, proceeded to Sandy Hook Elementary School. One of the things that I read, a very good article, was where this U.S. criminologist, a Mr. Don Cates, and a Canadian criminologist, a Mr. Gary Malls, they wrote in the Harvard Journal of Public Law and Policy in 2007 how countries like Russia, that has a ban on handguns, and Australia, several, they wrote an article on several countries. And they showed that in their statistics that Russia, again, where guns are banned, that their murder rate is higher than it is in the United States. And we all know how strict Russia is with their laws. But again, this is statistics. It's in the Harvard's Journal from 2007 that these two criminologists put together and wrote. And it hasn't helped. I don't know how how it would ever cut down on violent crime, whether it's a robbery or whether it's a domestic situation. If someone is going to do harm to their spouse, or for a robbery, or God forbid, another school shooting, they're going to do it. Not everybody, in my opinion, that picks up a gun and shoots someone is mental. I think a lot of people are just evil. And they would pass if they went for a background to get a weapon and they were old enough. A lot of these people would pass the background check because there's no mental instability. You take the Hinckley. He had a mental situation, yet he had a weapon. But he was determined. So had he would have gotten his hands on a weapon. He was determined to do what he did. And he was going to get his hands on a weapon one way or another, from a grandfather, from his mother, from his father. He had all intentions of going to Washington, D.C. and killing President Reagan. It's not going to stop the violence. I want a gun in my home. I will use it if I have to. Hope I never have to. But this is my home. And if someone is trying to break into my home, or they do break into my home, I don't want them to get close enough to me that I'm going to hit them with a bat. I want a weapon in my home, and I will use it if I have to protect my home and to protect myself and my loved ones. But again, with that said, I don't have the answers. This is my opinion, and I strongly believe that no matter what, a criminal who wants to commit a gun-related crime is going to do it. He or she, they're going to get their hands on that weapon. If we had gun control, then they're going to get their hands on the weapon illegally. And what difference does that make to these folks? They're already in possession of, a lot of them are 14 and 15 years old. That's illegal by itself. Once again, my name is Sue, and I thank you for listening to my opinion on gun control. Thank you.